Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Today's broadcast is still living for today in these last days and times. Happy New Year of the Horse 2026. Happy New Year, Rebecca and Brian. What's going on, Wiccan and Markella? Good to see you, Shadow Buddha. Good to see you. Good to see you. What are these dogs doing over here? We'll go for a walk in a minute. Thank you, Markella. Support the channel through buymeacoffee.com. Every bit helps. Keep the content rolling. Thanks for being amazing, for sure. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Year of the Horse 2026. Yeah. What does that mean for you? Is it just another Tuesday or Monday? Could be. Year of the House. What's up, Junior? Hold on, bro. Hold on there, sir. Let's see what this year entitles. (2026) is charging in.
In Chinese astrology, the horse brings energy, ambition, and wild momentum. This is a year to chase dreams, leap over obstacles,
Dream, come here.
and gallop toward new goals. But not every sign rides the horse with ease. So, will you race ahead to fortune, or need to rein in your energy? Let's look at how all 12 Chinese zodiac signs will fare with money, luck, and opportunity in the year of the horse.
Let's see. What sign are you?
The horse year is full of motion and motivation. It's a time for bold action, confident moves, and personal growth.
Okay.
It favors entrepreneurs and self-starters, travel and global business, social networking, and strong personal charisma. But beware, the horse can also be impatient, impulsive, and easily distracted.
Really?
So the secret to success in 2026, move fast. But stay focused. Be fearless, but don't forget to plan.
Get after it, right?
Let's start with the zodiac signs that are galloping toward good fortune this year. Tiger. Horse and tiger are natural allies.
Okay.
2026 brings
Uncle Michael.
Tiger's career leaps, financial breakthroughs, and lucky timing. Tip, be bold. A side hustle or big decision could pay off. Goat or sheep, surprise. The calm goat finds balance in this energetic year.
The goat or the
Strong
sheep?
relationships and new income sources may bloom. Tip, teamwork brings you money, luck. Don't go it alone. Dogs are loyal and cautious.
Yeah, they are. What's up, Ben?
But in 2026, your careful planning brings big rewards. Property, investments, or raises could be on the horizon. Tip, stay alert. Opportunity may come disguised as hard work. Horse, it's your year. And while that can bring pressure, it also brings personal power, charm, and drive. You're in the spotlight. Tip,
Rebecca,
use your confidence
Brian.
wisely. Avoid burnout by pacing yourself.
Oh, chill out.
Dragon, the mighty dragon thrives in this active year. Leadership, bold choices, and calculated risks are your golden ticket. Tip, take command of your financial future. Others will follow your lead.
Five middle signs.
These
okay.
signs aren't unlucky, but need to work smart to see gains. Ox, slow and steady works. But don't resist change. Be open to new strategies. Rabbit, stay cautious. Don't rush into anything. This is a year to stabilize, save, and simplify. snake, use your inner wisdom to guide financial decisions. Think long term.
Not short term.
Rooster, your attention to detail is commendable. But don't miss the big picture.
Cock of the walk.
Avoid perfectionism. Monkey, your cleverness works. But stay grounded. Avoid risky ventures. Tip for all middle signs. Build on what you already have. No need to gamble when steady growth wins the race.
Heard that.
These signs may face some money bumps in 2026, but don't worry, awareness is protection. Rat, you may feel out of sync with the horse's wild pace. Avoid overcommitting or taking on too much. Tip, budget carefully. Don't get caught up in the rush. Pig, your generous nature could lead to overspending or being taken advantage of. Watch your wallet and your heart. Tip, be kind but firm. Financial discipline is your key to stability. The year of the horse brings speed, strength, and spirit. It's a time to ride your instincts, but hold the reins tight. Whether you're in the fast lane or taking the scenic route, your sign has strengths to guide you. So, where do you stand? Are you ready to race toward fortune? Or will you use this year to regroup and reset? Thanks for riding with us today, and good luck in the year of the horse.
All right. Markella, get better. Tonight's the last night of feeling bad, okay? New day, new year tomorrow. Dang, is that why my shoulder hurt? Okay, anyway. Yeah. That's the deal on that. What are we doing? Everything's about Epstein, huh? Here's what B-Dell has to say. Hey, what's up? Good evening. And then the year of the snake. Okay.
Deviate from religion. They're going to itinerary going for you. The lighthouse. So that means that you got to be the embodiment of the light. You got to lead the darkness, the ones that's in darkness out of the tunnel. You got to lead them to the light. And we're in that time period, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, put those rice bowls in the chat. We finna get straight to it. We finna make everything make sense tonight. So let me get my
top down
itinerary going for you guys. All right. So I got a whole transmission for y'all. All right, let's go. So now, like I said, we're in a snake year. So you're looking at the shedding of a fraudulent system. You're looking at the shedding of everything that was connected to the Roman occupational government, which is also the representation of the European Union. So the European Union has to fall. So now, 2025 of January 29th, that was the beginning of the snake year. And it ends on February 16, 2026, the day before the Lunar New Year. So as I was telling you,
today is the Lunar New Year.
2026 is the personification of the Great Purification period, right before you have the Great Separation. 2027 is a very much it's a prominent year. because 2027 is where you're going to have a separation from people going to, deviate from religion. They're going to deviate from politics, because this is why you got so many things that's coming out with the Epstein files. All this stuff that's taking place on the planet right now was not a coincidence. So the snake year was a representation of the Kundalini activation, to where human consciousness has the ability to manipulate physical matter. So now we're in the time of the great purification period. So the shedding of a fraudulent system, which is connected to the corporation that is controlled by the deep state shadow government. So the year of the fire horse begins on February 17th of 2026. So energetically and astrologically, the snake year closes out on February 16th, and the shift happens, right? Because I tell people all the time, when you're talking about the Phoenix event, when you're talking about the great solar flash, when you're talking about the pole shift, it takes place within you first. None of this shit can happen until you activate. Everybody always talking about, oh, we need to, the pole shift, we need to get ready for it. You need to get ready for yourself. Because, the Leviathan in itself is also a representation of Kundalini activation, where you activate the serpentine wisdom. Because the neutrinos is hitting the planet, these neutrinos is a whole bunch of colossal coronal mass ejections, because frozen sunlight is personification of geometry. So when you're talking about these solar flares that's hitting the planet, this is nothing but geometry, frozen light that's hitting the planet that is activating the chosen ones.
Myron Baines, this is my biggest dream to come see you. So I wanted to ask you a quick question real quick. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? My notes. I'm pulling up my notes. Nah, man, nah. You gotta chill out. Okay, my bad, bro. So what's wrong with you? Okay, no, I was about to ask a question, fam.
Bro, hell no, man. Byron didn't even move, bro. That was fucked up, bro. Everyone in the back was like, hell no.
Come see you. So I wanted to ask you a quick question real quick. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? My notes. I'm pulling up my notes. Nah, man, nah. You gotta chill out. Okay, my bad, bro. So what's wrong with you? Okay, no, I was about to ask a question, fam.
Yeah, right. What kind of question you about to ask him? Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan, after winning the Daytona 500, what's he doing? Long time. All right, MJ, I won't put you out like that.
What you gonna do, nigga? Run out, nigga! What's up, nigga? On the set. Blow that bitch on the set. You ain't about it, nigga. On the set, blow that bitch. On the set, blow it, nigga. On the set, blow it. Right now, nigga. On the set. On the set, blow that bitch. On the set, blow that bitch. Blow that bitch. Shit, nigga. Set, blow that ass, nigga. Nigga. Shit, nigga. Pussy ass, nigga. Fucking ass, nigga. Fucking ass, nigga. Bitch ass, nigga.
California.
Hey, let's chill, guys. Let's chill.
Bitch ass nigga, man. Bitch ass nigga on Super Brown, nigga. He's a bitch, blood.
Holy shit. What happened?
Yup,
See. Okay. Yeah. I see what the Duke has been doing lately. The Moorish science. White rabbit.
Wanted to start with that so that way we will understand that, you know what I mean? Not everything is what it seems. And when these people be talking to us, when they say that they speak in forked tongue, this is what they talking about. So different animals have different different ties to different elemental structures or pyramidal structures that we see as part of society, whether we know it or not. Like you said with Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day, of course, is a symbol. The groundhog is the symbol of time and the passing of time. And they say if the groundhog sees its shadow, then it's going to be cold for another however many months. But if it don't and it stays out, then we're going to get summer early. So these are all old customary superstitions and stuff that they call superstitions, but were actively anecdotal oral laws that were passed down based upon the totemic magic that a lot of our ancestors would practice. Now, today they refer to that as paganism, but it becomes more paganism when you're doing things like worshiping the rabbits, when you're trying to dress up like the rabbit. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's a certain element that goes into it that some people take too far and then strive to then embody the circumstance of what it is, when really it's just really symbols and markers that we use to determine different aspects of time. Just like there was a huge solar flare spike right around the time that they tried to dip silver again, and boom, silver went right back up. So they dipped it down to about 65, and then the solar flare hit, and then boom, it jumped right back up to 103. So they can't really sustain the illusion the way that they've been doing, which means that they're losing. So what you have to always keep in mind is that regardless of how it looked, they're always losing because they're working they're working against a huge deficit. That deficit is the accumulated karma that they've been perpetuating since they've been doing the crazy stuff that they've been doing all of these years. You understand? So always keep that in mind, regardless of how bleak it looks. Remember, it's always brightest. It's always darkest before the dawn. You know what I'm saying? So in keeping in time with that, we want to, get into some of the things that we have been talking about, because it's going to be the last one we deal with the gate thing for a while. And due to that, we want to also keep in mind that the reason why most of these things are happening is because they have taken, they want to take a feminine approach to control. So what that means is that the society that they want to control can only be controlled if the men are controlled, because men have a distinct need for things to be balanced and are the ones who enact punishment on those who work against those balances.
Yeah, keeping it
so basically
having integrity and keep holding people accountable. Men are built for that. Women can do it too as well.
What they like to do is run everything through women. Now, this is not an attack on women, okay? It's just we have to accept the fact that we as individuals are very different and have different roles. The reason why they want women in control has nothing to do with equality. It has nothing to do with respecting women or putting women in positions of power. It is not anything like that, okay? It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with how women view society. Women view society from the perspective that they want things to be fair, even if someone is not being fair. They don't want the conflict to escalate to the point that someone may be punished. Now, this is not all women, okay? But the majority of the stuff that you see happening now, like the pivot that went from the intense trans, gay,
hell no,
LGBTQ thing, right? That was the.
Let's do a flashback. Test stream. My vlog.
Master, he must be dreaming. Well, if he is dreaming, then he must be asleep. And if he's asleep, then I will wake him up. Oh.
The alchemical stone, the lapis, symbolizes something that can never be lost or dissolved, something eternal that some alchemists compared to the mystical experience of God within one's own soul. It usually takes prolonged suffering to burn away all the superfluous psychic elements concealing
A lot
the
of
stone.
suffering these last year.
Some profound
this
inner
last year.
experience of the self does occur to most people at least once in a lifetime.
A lot of
From a
opportunities
psychological
to wake up.
standpoint, a genuinely religious attitude consists of an effort to discover this unique experience and gradually to keep in tune with it.
Thank you. We have only 35 chambers.
Women in power.
There is no
Yeah.
36.
I know.
Women do have power.
But I want to create a new chamber.
And what would that be?
Shaolin skills are confined here. And in my view, that's a great pity.
It is relevant that a stone is itself something permanent, so that the self becomes an inner partner toward whom one's attention is continually turned.
The self.
Trying to give the living reality
Is it
of
really
the self
there?
a constant amount of daily attention is like trying to live simultaneously on two levels or in two different worlds.
Uh-huh.
One gives one's mind, as before, to outer duties, but at the same time one remains alert for hints and signs, both in dreams and in external events, that the self uses to symbolize its intentions.
Bro, I super wanted to go back in my dream last night, man. Met so many people in the dream world. Yeah. So much big things ahead right now, huh? Going on right now. Check it out.
The direction in which the life stream is moving. Thus, in the midst of ordinary outer life, one is suddenly caught up in an exciting inner adventure. And because it is unique for each individual, it cannot be copied or stolen. There are two main reasons why man loses contact with the regulating center of his soul. One of them is that some single instinctive drive or emotional image can carry him into a one-sidedness that makes him lose his balance. This also
What is it? Some type of symbol can cause you to get distracted and move you on an outward journey that takes you away from yourself, what you think is yourself, right? Or being like super horny too.
so happens to animals. For example, a sexually excited stag will completely forget hunger and security.
I mean, because your costume's good. What are you talking about? Why not? Why not? Yeah. Look at you, devil. Look at you, devil. Yeah, I like it. You really?
Send me to hell, huh?
You already there. Are you Scorpion?
Hey, this is the picture.
What's your birthday? Oh, shit. That makes sense. I'm Scorpio. My birthday's next week.
Wow, we go good together.
Yeah, for real. Devil? Angel? My name's Gabriel, like the angel. What's your name?
Vanessa.
Oh, you look just like Vanessa. The right. Can I get your number?
All right, get better, Markella.
This one-sidedness and consequent loss of balance.
Take it easy, okay? Thank you for your help.
Who call it loss of soul.
If you ever disrespect the gift from God, it's a sin, and you're gonna pay for that sin.
I'm gonna pay for that sin,
See,
huh?
I get high.
You get high, huh? You get high. Shout out to Ben in the building. We love you. Thank you, Markella. Best part of the show.
That they were trying to force everybody into, and then even force children into it in order for them to be accepted in this new fake society that they were trying to create. Okay. And so they use the empathy factor that women have to want to keep everything at a certain tilt, to not move it, even if that means disrupting their own peace to a certain degree. So there was a study done in which one of these sociological CIA-backed paid-for studies in which they did was they got a situation where they got a group of people together and they had them all play a game. And as they were playing the game, the people who were playing the game properly, right, fairly, would get shocked, right? Excuse me. The people who were playing regular, everybody was good, right? But then every so often, somebody who was actually playing the game fairly would get shocked, right? And in the process of that, they read the emotional responses of the women in particular. And then what started to happen, they started to have certain empathy, and they wanted that person to be not shocked. But then they started getting people in the game who started cheating, right? And then those people who were cheating weren't getting shocked, right? But then every so often, somebody who was caught cheating would then get shocked. What they found was the emotional response of the men was that the men were happy when the person who was cheating got shocked, right? The women, though, they found that they were unhappy whether or not the person was cheating or not. They just didn't want anybody to be shocked. So what does that say? What did that say to the study? That basically said is regardless to whether the society or the people are wrong or right, women will want the person, whether they're wrong or right, not to receive a certain degree of punishment. You understand? Where the men are totally different. They were totally indifferent to the people who cheated because they were more about the fairness. You understand what I'm saying?
About the fairness, huh? Women, huh? Let's see this little story about Lilith. Y'all remember Lilith, right? See history. Sponsored by Scotch.
明けましておめでとう。
Oh.
玉山银行祝大家新年快乐，大吉大利。
玉山银行。
Your smile.
We all have heard of Adam and Eve, who, according to the Bible, were the first couple of human beings created by God. But an ancient Jewish myth contests that Eve was the first woman. This myth states that before Eve, there was another woman, Lilith. Unlike Eve, who came from Adam's rib, Lilith emerged from clay along with Adam. Since she was created by God in the same way as Adam, Lilith did not submit to her husband's commands because she thought she was equal to him and did not accept Adam's domination. Lilith and Adam inhabited the Garden of Eden. Lilith's rebellion put her in a situation where she was forced to choose between submitting to her husband or leaving the Garden of Eden. Lilith was not willing to give up her independence. Therefore, she opted to leave Adam and the Garden of Eden behind. The first woman ever created went into exile and settled herself near the Red Sea. God sent angels in an attempt to convince Lilith to return to the Garden of Eden, but she turned her back on God. Without his wife, Adam started to feel lonely. God, seeing that he was struggling with loneliness, decided to create a new woman for him, Eve. Due to her decision to reject the Creator, Lilith was demonized. She was now considered a woman-shaped demon. In her demonic shape, she would have the power to instigate disease in newborn children, and to protect children from evil, the babies were given amulets with the names of the angels who tried to take Lilith back to Eden. These stories affirm that Lilith was jealous of the happy life Adam and Eve led in paradise, and, as an act of revenge, she assumed the shape of a serpent and tricked Eve, forcing her and Adam to taste the forbidden fruit, which caused the couple to be expelled from the paradise.
Oh, so it's Lilith, huh?
Lilith's story is quite well known, yet this version is not present in the Christian Bible, and it is rejected by both Catholics and Protestants.
That is silly, yeah.
The version in which she would have been Adam's first wife is found in the Syriac alphabet text. The date of the writings is unknown.
Thank you,
but
Wicked.
it is believed that they were created already in the medieval era. The myth of Lilith is found in Hebrew, Babylonian, Sumerian, and Assyrian mythology. The figure of Lilith in Mesopotamia was seen as an evil deity, or, when associated with the moon, she was regarded as a goddess with different phases and therefore different moods. That way, she could be seen as a fertility goddess, but also as a devilish figure. There are theories that state that Lilith's absence from the Bible was created during the councils that defined the canonical books that would constitute the Bible as we know it today. The figure of Lilith as an independent and strong woman would go against the patriarchal structure, one of the cornerstones of the Judeo-Christian
She wasn't
culture.
having it, huh?
For this reason, Lilith was embraced by the feminist movement. She is often regarded as the first feminist. The movement claims that Lilith was unfairly demonized, like most women in our history who have attempted to defy the patriarchy. Whether as a demonic figure or as a symbol of women's struggle, Lilith's story is still the subject of much interest.
Go ahead, Lilith. I'll take him in like a half hour. Okay. What we're gonna say? Oh, yeah, let's say Lilith Fair. The Lilith Fair. I'm curious on that. Like a festival, right? Mm-hmm. History. They still have it? I guess so.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Sponsored by Base 44.
Singer Sarah McLachlan has launched an all-female tour.
This was the first time you'd seen anything like it.
Finding out that all of my favorite artists had played at this event.
The Lilith Fair bill is incredible. Paula Cole, Suzanne Vega, Erica Badu,
Sinead O'Connor, Missy Elliott, Sarah McLachlan, Sheryl Crow, Jewel. I was in disbelief that I'd never heard of it before.
Promoter
We're
said,
hearing
you
about
can't
it.
put two women on the same bill. People won't come. That's complete bullshit. And it put a huge fire under my butt to prove them wrong.
Okay. Yeah, that is a good song.
There wasn't a lot of support for women. We weren't able to do what it was we knew we could do.
Representation for women in rock music wasn't there.
And worse, you're being pitted against each other. Look at all these summer festivals. They're all male-dominated.
Lilith became a freight train. Like, holy smokes, this took on a life of its own.
I've waited my whole life for this. Is this the camera I look into when I cry?
If it makes you happy. You guys, Sheryl Crow sing.
Definitely in the spirit of Lilith.
But if you stand up for something, there is going to be an equal and opposite reaction.
Come out at night. Jerry Falwell is going after the Lilith Fair. Says the chick is named for a demon.
We had a bomb threat. People want to blow us up.
I'd never seen that kind of anger. But progress, as we know, always finds a way.
Always finds a way,
I'm
huh?
grateful to be here today. My heart is truly glad.
Sarah McLachlan, bring out all of us.
Senior Pippin.
My welcome into the industry was by Sarah McLachlan and
Okay.
Nothing changed
Okay, Erica.
me until I witnessed for the first time
Baduism.
Lilith Fair.
Women singer-songwriters in the 90s, I'm constantly looking to them for inspiration. They're my Northern Stars.
This is
If
much
it
bigger than
makes
what we
you
would call it.
happy.
We changed the world a little bit.
This has been an amazing ride. I've loved every minute of it.
Okay, interesting. Not bad, not bad. When does that come out? Did it already come out? Trailer now streaming on CBS Docs 5 months ago. Interesting. We love festivals. Yeah. What's a beat up saying about you're the snake?
Now, it says, what time is the annual solar eclipse on February 17th? You got the Ring of Fire the Ring of Fire eclipse is coming to an Antarctica on February 17th. Not a coincidence right now, because you got to understand that a solar eclipse in itself is also a representation of the activation of the black sun, because when you look at the sign of Ophiuchus, it's a man holding a serpent, and the serpent is activated by way of the Kundalini activation that is acclimated to the snake year, right? Because the black sun is the black dot, and the black dot is the embodiment of the activation of the pineal gland, where you activate the crown chakra. So everything as far as like the celestial bodies, it corresponds with who you are genetically and neurologically. When you activate the neural network that tether connects you to the magnetosphere, right? Which is basically the supreme energy of the conscious energy grid. Now, on March 3rd, you got the moon will turn blood for 82 minutes, and nearly 6 billion will have a chance to witness it. Now, you got to understand something. This is a reset moon. I keep telling you, everything that corresponds with the celestial bodies.
Reset. Hold on now.
Your gematria body is what encapsulates the spirit and the soul, right? And then once you step it out of that energy, that's when you activate the Ika body, the epikinetic body, and that's when you tap into the Zohar body, or the Sahu body that I talk about.
You said Sahu
in the chat.
That's a savage.
Is a representation of reset. So when the moon turns the blood red for 82 minutes, when you look at that, the numerical codex of it, that's a 10. Because we're also in the 10 year, which is actually a 1 year, which basically represents reset. So the blood moon on March 3rd is actually a reset energy. So that's why I said you got to reset during this time period, because we're going out of the snake year. We're going out of the snake year. So this is the time to recalibrate. This is the time to get everything in order as far as, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because that's what the true Israel is basically personification of. It is mind, body, and spirit.
The true Israel, huh?
That's what that's talking about. It's not talking about those fake people over in Israel. They signed the Balfour Declaration of 1918. That's not what it's talking about. Israel is within your genetic format, mind, body, and spirit. That's what it's basically talking about. So you got to reset to reap the benefits of these neutrinos that's coming to the planet, because now you're going through a shifting process. Because the first 6,000 years was an intrinsic energy that was cultivated by the energy of the sun. And then you look at the precessional circle. The precessional circle of the equinox plays a big part of the reset of everything that's taking place when you're talking about the fire horse year and the snake year ending. The reason everything is taking place right now, you got the Epstein files is going out, because that's when the planet was being controlled by the Alpha Draconis star system. As you can see at the top, this is the Alpha Draconis star system. So this is where they created draconian law that's connected.
Okay, let me check this out real quick. Oldie but goodie. Should we share the window? Or I guess we gotta share the. We can't see it though. Nah, not able to see it really. What's up, man? Give me 15 minutes, Junior. All right. All right, blood. Hold on, bro. You gotta wait.
I get high. I don't know what the big deal about getting high is.
You wait.
I get high. You got to get high. Anybody tells you not to get high, they lying to you. You got
What's up,
to get
Harold?
high.
Another threat to the inner balance
Hurricane
comes from
Curl.
excessive daydreaming, which in a secret way usually circles around particular complexes.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride, and we kill those people.
In fact, daydreams arise just because they connect a man with his complexes. At the same time, they threaten the concentration and continuity of his consciousness.
Imagine living like I wasn't immersed in a movie star type atmosphere, movie maker atmosphere, because I was like raised with that in my field of vision all the time. I was
being a photographer that drives around trying to take pictures of celebrities. That's your job to make money.
What's that?
That's all you do is you drive around and you're like a leech. You just take pictures of people, like in certain instances, like when they're about to put spaghetti in their mouth.
Pussy out, party with your pussy out. I can like it when you scream and shout that shit. I like it when your bitch.
And stuff like that, like that's your life. And you don't think anything is like wrong with that at all. You're like, well, you know, gotta make a dollar, right? You know.
This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me.
Hey, Jesus, you really pissed off those money changers at the temple, huh?
Yeah.
How come there's no chicks here?
Could you leave, please?
Hey, just doing
All
my
right,
job,
that's
man.
enough.
Hey,
You got your shot. Let's
don't
go.
touch
Come
me,
on.
man.
Come
Don't
on.
touch
Gotta be part of the machine. Can't make another drone.
Got to Kevin.
I like the way we make movies now. The way I make movies now. I think I have got people with maybe spaghetti in their mouth, but I would hope that I'm looking to be respectful.
Yeah, you're not putting that on the National Enquirer.
Yeah. I'm not putting it in the National Enquirer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shall see.
We shall see. What we got right here? Share the screen. La la di da. Let's share the whole screen. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see this. Shout out to Hood X. Oh, wait. I gotta do it this way, huh? I like that. Let me see. I'll do it that way. Do that again. Share. What happened? Oh shit, that's all we got. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Thought we had more. This is. That's Sharon. That's that. Ah. Thought that was Sharon. Share the screen. You like that background? It's kind of dope, right? The entire screen we will share. What up, Chris? You can't hear it. You can't hear it? I can't hear it. That's bad. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. Maybe I'll do this. Do it the old-fashioned way. While you watch this. All right.
Different ties to different elemental structures or pyramidal structures that we see as part of society, whether we know it or not. Like you said with Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day, of course, is a symbol. The groundhog is the symbol of time and the passing of time. And they say if the groundhog sees its shadow, then it's going to be cold for another however many months. But if it don't and it stays out, then we're going to get summer early. So these are all old customary superstitions and stuff that they call superstitions, but were actively anecdotal oral laws that were passed down and based upon the totemic magic that a lot of our ancestors would practice. Now, today they refer to that as paganism, but it becomes more paganism when you're doing things like worshiping the rabbits, when you're trying to dress up like the rabbit. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's a certain element that goes into it that some people take too far and then start to then embody the circumstance of what it is. When really, it's just really symbols.
The man, the myth, the dopest YouTuber in the world.
Pudding. What's up?
Right here.
What's up, internet people?
Oh my God!
You gotta what's up, internet people? We'll play like that. You know I'm coming with a ponyo. Gabriel. What's that type A?
Dream lucid, man. This is my Elvis right here, my Graceland right here.
No, it's right. It's no question.
Yeah. Let me ask you one question. Okay, I gotta ask you this question. It's kind of deep. What's really going on?
with the world.
Yeah, just
You know what? Humanity's on a tipping point, and we're either going to put our differences behind us and realize that we're all more or less the same, or we're going to blow ourselves up. And hopefully, with the help of the internet and video platforms, we're going to put our differences behind ourselves and treat each other well and equally, and we'll get on and stop climate change before it's too late.
You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. This is the archive going down right now.
What's the year 2017? What's going on?
What's going on
with you? Well, what do you think? State of the world. Actually, I want to record this. Hang on.
Okay. What do I think that's going on to save? How are we going to save the world? Just be conscious of everything you do. I mean, I used to think I have all these answers, but I don't. The more I live, the more I don't have answers. Right? But I'm just living one day at a time. I'm trying to be like deep and all, but the more I try to be deep, the more I get out of this moment right now. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's all there is.
All there is now, the moment.
Yeah.
The future and the past are all illusions.
That's it.
Yeah. I never used this camera for a selfie before. See, I don't know what that looks like. It's still recording.
I'm still recording. I'm just This is the director's cut right here. Yeah.
I've got a lot of cameras.
You got a lot of cameras?
Like a lot of cameras.
Yeah, that's the one thing too.
I'm crazy with cameras. Man.
I think we're all cameras. I mean, I'm repeating something that someone told me before.
The eyes are like the lens is the cameraman. The lens is everything. The lens changes how you perspective. Have you ever researched perspective?
No, I haven't.
Research perspective on the camera lens, and that's very technical and geeky, right?
Yeah.
But the way we look at things.
Right.
You know the eye is 35mm lens.
Wow.
It's the same as 35mm lens, right? So depending on what the lens you use, like what millimeter it is, depends on the subconscious effect it has on the way you feel about the image that you're watching. So like films like Dreams, right? So that jump around space and time. But you can also manipulate the if something's very far away, make it feel very distant from you by using a telephoto lens. And everything very flat. But if you use it with different focal length, you get a very different feeling. Like when you start to research lenses, you'll be like, whoa, man, this is really next level.
It is.
This is what I think. Right?
That's what he thinks.
This lens is 40 years old.
40?
40 years old, yeah. I got it on the internet because it has that special feel to it. It's got like a... Yeah, man, this is the shizzle.
It's the shit, man.
That's
the shit. That's the shit. Bro, my upgrade's going. Whoo,
yeah, I have spent a lot of money, but this lens only cost me like 3,000 NT.
That's it?
Yeah, I got it second hand. So I waited for it for ages on the internet.
So you got a new lens, a new perspective.
Yeah, 50mm is my favorite.
50 millimeters. I think too is we always use metaphors to describe with using our eyes. We say, "See what I'm saying?" Or
yeah.
So
the camera is the most amazing invention.
That's why I used to get mad when I didn't have my camera to record things. But I noticed that when I'm when I want to enjoy something, if I don't have my camera, sometimes I have more fun. Because I think down here it's the download. The download. It's all there anyway, so.
It's like a work ethic, isn't it? Everything has to be recorded.
Right.
Everything has to be documented. Well, that's the thing is that we are aware of the past and the future. Let me see. Let's go back. Let's take that. Okay, that's a
nice one.
This has got wider perspective, so you can get all this in. The light is shit, man.
That's it, yeah. Go up in the
police, man.
All right. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, it's better.
I got my family in the background right here.
Baby on the way.
Baby on the way.
Baby on the way. Matt Bill.
Human trafficking, drug trafficking, and organ harvesting, because the Alpha Draconis star system was in alignment with the energy of the moon. because the moon is a artificial celestial megastructure, and it's a quantum satellite to basically create the light code lockdown. Because when you go to Job chapter 38, verse 31, it says it basically talks about the lunar light.
You think what?
That is the Pleiadian light lock, but it unlocks when you go to the star Polaris that's in alignment with the Aquarian age that is controlled by the sun cycle. So that's why I was telling people, you cannot have a democracy in a sun cycle. It's impossible. A democracy can only be controlled by the Alpha Draconis. This is where you're talking about all Draconians rule, the Matrix and Saturn and all this other stuff. That's where that whole philosophy came from. It's actually talking about the celestial bodies. I'm not saying that reptilians are not real, because they're very much real. Because when you get into Gnosticism, it talks about the archonic forces, but that's a whole different transmission. I already broke that down, maybe about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. But you got to understand how the celestial bodies play a part of the geopolitical apparatus. And it also corresponds with who you are genetically. So now you got the North Star, which is the star Polaris, in alignment with the Aquarian age. So this is the Christ energy coming in. So it's not a coincidence that you got Uranus in conjunction with Gemini all the way up into the year 2033. Now you notice you see the number 33 because that represents the Christ energy working through you when you're talking about Cancer Kodo Thoth, because you're
That's right. You gotta be in alignment, huh?
Based upon the totemic magic that a lot of our ancestors would practice. Now, today they refer to that as paganism, but it becomes more paganism when you're doing things like worshiping the rabbits, when you're trying to dress up like the rabbit.
Hold on now.
There's a certain element that goes into it that some people take too far and then strive to then embody the circumstance of what it is. When really, it's just really symbols.
The man, the myth, the dopest YouTuber in the world. What's up here? What's up, Internet people? Oh my God. What's up, Internet people? Wait like that. You never come with, Gabriel. What's up, Tree loose, man? This is my eldest, my grandson.
The shepherd that leads the chosen one. And the flail is the representation of the embodiment of judgment. And judgment that's going to be taking place, because there's a reason why Dr. Malachi Z. York, on his last picture, it shows him holding the crook and the flail, because that energy in itself represents reset. It represents judgment. It represents the activation of the chosen ones that is extracted from these coronal mass ejections that's in the planet. I keep telling you guys, neutrinos are Holy Ghost particles.
Where is that shit? Vlog. What's funny that's not there? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Winston. Where is that? Damn, that's weird. I can't find that shit. It should be in between this. What's that schizo? Oh, I see.
I sent him that message. You saw
I
what I'm
got
saying?
that after you deleted
Right,
the site.
right. I didn't delete the site.
After you said I'm going to delete the site. You said the that's going to be closed at February 1st. And then you deleted it. You couldn't wait till you deleted it
Anybody
earlier.
can see. Anybody
Don't
can
wait to
see
push the
that
button.
what you're doing, Joe.
Tweet.
Anybody can see that you pigeonhole in your mind. Because that's not
So
what
you-
happened.
so
The
you're
site
saying
ain't gonna-
you were trying to not. You're trying to kind of like fake it that you're going to take the sign offline, but inadvertently you actually did delete the site. That's what.
Now, if you got enough, and if you got enough intelligence to see that,
Yeah, Hood-X.
anybody do, Gabriel. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't got to.
Oh,
spell it out for you. Like, if you got enough intelligence, now Poe see that. Poe know that too, but he just refusing to accept it because anybody can get like
I
if you
accept it
able to
now.
pick that up.
I accept
But
it
no,
now.
he
That's
did.
the
No,
case.
so what he
Stop.
did. No, so what he did. So what he did. He went and took the whole lit and said, you know what? Nah, I'm like he like mind you. So
my
write
shit.
your own book. Just
Shit.
write your own
I'm gonna move out your
write your
crib and
own
get my
book.
shit there.
See, now right there,
Get out
that's the
your crib and
problem.
get my
Right
shit.
there. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. You see that? Now, like I said, now you go back to the beginning.
Oh,
You know
this
what I'm saying?
is-
You go back to the beginning. He never saw. He always seen himself as bigger than Hood-X from the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what when it came
What's
out, when
wrong
it came
with
down
that?
to it. Because if you tell me you gonna write a book, if I meet you and you tell me you gonna write a book,
Don't worry about what I'm gonna do.
If
What you gonna do with yourself?
If I meet you,
What you
and
doing
you
with yourself?
right? So what do you mean? I wrote the lit that you stole. That's what I'm doing. I wrote the lit that you stole. That's what I'm doing. Can't you see that?
That I told.
That's
or
what I'm
told?
doing.
Oh.
That you took.
Well,
You tell me
I
what am
wrote
I
the
doing?
book.
What do you mean to worry about myself? I am worried about myself. You came on my site and took my whole lit. What do you mean? And you gonna tell me go worry about myself?
Hey, that's my shit, nigga. That's
Right,
my shit.
right.
All
So,
that is in
I
the
thought
book.
I thought you just
Damn
right.
right.
Now you
That's my
contradicting
shit. Why would
yourself.
I-
You contradicting yourself, blood. You supposed to be the
I ain't
leader.
never
You
win.
contradicting yourself,
That's
blood.
my shit. I'm gonna take
You
my shit.
contradicting yourself, blood. Hey,
Shit.
you can think that. You can be biased. Hey, that's cool. You can think that, but anybody can see what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. You biased. It's
Why?
cool to be biased.
When
You really want to go all the way down into it. It's really
Yeah,
an
right. That was
interpretation.
the FS. She
Right,
wrote-
okay
she
then.
wrote-
Yeah, the
Okay,
Matrix.
Okay then.
She wrote
So
the
right,
Matrix.
so don't sit there and act right. So
My
don't sit there
interpretation
and
was
play
the
that
next to
game.
next week.
Joe,
What the
write your
fuck
own
is you
book.
talking about?
Write your own book.
Nobody.
Write your own book. Come on, ain't nobody
But
gonna follow a
nobody.
nigga who steal a nigga
Man,
book.
he
You
talking
gonna steal a nigga
Hey,
book?
first of all, no one should be following anybody.
Joe, write your own lit. Write your
some
own
people
lit.
should follow.
Why can't you write your own lit? Why
So
can't you
wait.
write your own book? That's all I want to know.
Wait. I'm gonna
That's
get
the
clear.
only question I got.
This
Why
is-
can't you write your
Why
own
is you
book?
worried about what the fuck?
Invest in something. Invest in Gabriel. Invest in your followers. Invest in your.
I ain't no
me.
Hey, bruh, I'm not following.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying, man. Come on, don't do that. Don't, you know what I'm saying.
Maybe one day I'll tell you the story about Hood-X.
Yo, man.
I
real
respect
talk.
him, man.
Hey,
I learned a lot
hey,
from
I
him.
agree.
I ain't
Hey,
following no guy.
like I said, tonight's show is brought to you by Hood-X, man. Like, real talk. And when I say that, I don't say that on some. I say that because real money is going across the table. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no
I
money.
ain't
What
gonna
are you
say
talking about? Who you giving money to? You ain't giving money to me.
Yo, that's real empowerment. Hey, real empowerment. Hey, support business.
Yeah, no,
Support the
not only
businesses,
that.
man.
Not
Support
only
the
that,
business.
like, if this is
You
your
owe
first
you some money.
second, shut up, dog.
Hey, man.
Like,
Not much has changed. Just different cast of characters for the most part. What's up, Ruck? Let me see. Oh, what did I have right here? We were looking at. Oh, 7 souls. That's it. The 7 souls. The ancient Egyptians postulated 7 souls. That was it. Hold on there. Shit, I need to go play that.
Depending on each person's individual chart and birth time and unique birthplace, that they are going to feel it in different areas of their life. And it can be an especially intense period. Let's say you have no idea of, let's say, a map of what might be happening on certain energetic levels, and you just get hit and you're just getting blasted, and you don't really have a map, a navigational guide to a language, to describe what's going on exactly in your life, except that shit is getting crazy. So now if you have this language of astrology that you can apply then you can kind of get more descriptive, and you can kind of become more conscious and aware of all these other little, I guess, things going on in your narrative, and they may offer certain options or opportunities where you can apply your knowledge of the archetypes and maybe find either some type of healing or some type of intelligent response in the present moment based on this newfound language to describe these realities that you
Man
weren't
knows what
able
he's
to
talking
describe
about.
before. So I think again we're just coming back to language as an incredible built-in technological tool for the human being to transform his or her consciousness and reality.
Okay, what comes next? Kick that out. Remove from the studio. Mm-hmm. Seven. Or maybe at the end is what you say. There we go. All right, y'all. And the outro. Love you, Ben. God bless you, Wicked. Much love.
Bye.